After a very, very long summer break, we are finally back with a 2025 up-to-date version of Can I Beat the Pole Lap? As you guys know, during the off-season or during the summer break, we've been putting out every race weekend a retro classic version of iconic pole laps on the channel. And recently we did, of course, Verstappen's first pole at Hungary 2019, the best or fastest lap in F1 history in terms of average speed at Monza from Hamilton in 2020. And yeah, we're finally back to the 2025 regular season. And today we're trying to beat Oscar Piastri's 1 minute 08.662. A weekend where Lando Norris has been in complete control the entire weekend. But when it mattered, Piastri delivered and bagged pole in this huge championship fight between the two McLaren drivers. So today we're going to set about trying to beat that time, and we'll see how we get on. Now I'm going to make a few adjustments here before we begin our first lap. Brake bars going back, we're going to put the engine mode into low, and we're going to start out with our first lap of the day. So let's get to it. DRS open through the final banking. If you guys are going to enjoy the episode, leave a like. Let's try and hit over 1,000 likes, subscribe, and let's get to it. Turn 1. Tarzan, bit deep there, braking a bit too late. Tyres are still a bit cold, so that is to be expected on a hard compound tyre. Just lacking grip turning in there. We're going to commit through the banking though. As we open it up, we're going to end sector 1 and now make our way towards sector 2, beginning with Schreivlach, downhill right-hander. Should be flat, but I'm just taking a little caution lift on my first lap of this session. Oh, nasty bump there on the right-hander after, which really unsettled the car. Already feeling pretty rapid though, even under the hard tyres. This McLaren's working well. Good grip there through the left-hander. One of the few left-handers around this track. It's all full of right-handers, so the left-hand side of the car and tyres are really working hard into this chicane hairpin combo. Power down straight away on the exit. And now 1 corner to go. They were going so fast through here in qualifying. We're going to take a bit more of a lift. And now DRS open to the line for our first lap of the session. What's it going to be? Over the line. It's a 1:12.1. So already within 4 seconds. Good start, good banker. But now we're going to start trimming away at the lap time. So straight away, wasting no time, onto mediums or C3s. We did see those actually looking pretty good all weekend. The fuel, we're just going to put that into half, so from 30 to 15 litres, and we're going to run balance on the engine mode. I'll put a bit of engine brake on. That will work very nicely around here. Aero, this one's interesting. I'm going to go up by 2. Actually, I'll go a bit more. I'll go 4. So 4 on the front, 4 on the rear. We'll keep the split the same. Rear wing type, we'll change that later on if it makes minor differences to lap time. Camber and dampers as well, we'll adjust those when the time is right. I'm going to try a 53 bias to see how that works, and then we're just going to basically just drop these ride heights a little bit. We'll go down the front. The rear, we'll bring that down a little bit. Already pretty low on the rear, so I'll put the front down some more. I want to lower that rear roll bar and the front a little bit, and yeah, I'm happy with this. I want to give this a go and see how it looks. Right then, balance mode ready on the battery as we are going to set about getting this second lap done. Let's see. We should find a decent bit of time. I'm also going to get my delta up, which I did not do. So we'll quickly draw that up now. There it is. Here we go. Much better through turn 1 this time. Really nice. They're getting the car stopped. We struggled through here. This time the car grips pretty well. Just sending it into the banking. Lots of grip on this tyre. What a difference. Good first sector. Almost a quarter of a second up as we begin sector 2. Just taking a very slight hairline lift just to stay nice and tight. That's a horrible bump on that right-hander. You have to really hesitate through there. Right, through this left, we'll try and carry a bit more speed while the apex, but trying to carry more average speed through the corner. And now we head into sector 3, the chicane. Just flick it in. Lots of camber here. You can probably carry more speed like that. Good lap. 1 corner to go. Final corner. Not technically final corner, but this one's flat. So last corner where you need to brake. Good improvement, 1.5, 1.6, and climbing as we head over the line, there's going to be a 110.5. So that puts us just under the 2-second mark with soft tyres coming right up. And here they are, soft tyres straight onto the car. Gearing, I am going to switch my gears, they're too high, so we're going to drop the gear set from general to quick shift. And that will also help quite a bit. The fuel is now updated, so 15 litres is 10.6 laps, so we'll put the fuel down by half again. We'll go to 7 litres for this one, and then we're going to try high on the battery. Aero, I am happy overall. I don't think I want to go much higher. I might go... I'm going to try click on the front and take actually one off the rear. The car feels fairly stable, so I think we can push it a little bit and commit some more. Now, I won't change camber and dampers yet. I want to see how the soft tyres hold up in terms of temperature, and if they're able to handle some stress, we can put some camber and toe and some damper on and make them work a bit harder. But the brake bias felt really good in that run as well. All I'm going to do is just pop that front wheel rate a little bit, which helps with front end responsiveness. I want the rear to rotate a bit more, so we'll drop it a little bit on the rear, and we'll do the same here in these kind of midway adjustments to just try and find the balance. Ride height feels good. I don't want to go too low because of the nasty bump in sector 2. So all I'll do is I'll just drop this front roll bar by 1, and I'll put the rear on minimum. So let's see. All the bells and whistles on the car now. This is going to be really quick. So let's see. I don't think we'll beat it on this one, but I want to try and get close, at least within a second. Having to brake a little bit early now for turn 1 because we're carrying more top speed because of the engine mode. Right, let's try and take a bit of a higher line here through the banking. I want to see if I can carry more speed through there. That's perfect. That's exactly what I'm talking about. That was lovely. So the real life line making the most sense. Actually hitting 8th gear as we head downhill, downshifting to 7th. There's the left side tyres getting hot. Oh man, there's not a nice line through there. We just have to basically send it in and pray the car's going to grip. Half a second up. Oh, I just caught the grass there. I just caught the grass. That's going to cost us some time. We don't really gain anything through that left-hander. Sector 3. Send it into this banking. There's so much camber here. We can really lean on that a little bit. And we should just find the remains to hopefully improve by a second here. There we go, lovely stuff. Let's get her over the line. Let's get this lap locked in. There it is, 109.6. So 9.5 tenths away. And to be fair, that aligns pretty well because we've got one last set of adjustments to make. And yeah, we're going to get technical with it. Now to be fair, for this one, all I want to do is basically make some small tweaks. I'm going to put the pressures down on the right side, and I'm going to put them up on the left side. So asymmetrical pressures, but the track is very offset. For the litres and for the fuel, we'll go for 5, which gives us 3.4 estimated laps, which is out lap, push lap, in lap, and a fuel sample for the FIA, of course. NGK recovery, we'll go for 20. I'm going to put the battery on motor now to try and gain some time. I'm going to put a bit more engine brake on. We'll go to 10. And for the aero, I am happy with it, but I'm going to just put a little bit more on in general, so an extra click on the front and the rear. Aero visuals, rear wing type is not really relevant, and the temperatures look pretty good. I'm going to push the camber a little bit on the right side of the car. Again, we don't really overheat that side, we don't really use it much, so we can lean on that one and gain some more time. For the toe, we'll also push it a little bit. And then dampers, that will leave, as always, if we need like half a tenth to beat the time we can't make it, that might make the difference. But for the rest of the setup, I am very happy with the balance. Even the suspension feels pretty good, to be honest. I'm not going to change anything. I'm also going to override the battery manually myself. So we'll see what we get at the end of this thing. We should hopefully gain another decent chunk of time. Here we go. Turn 1. Wow, great stopping power there with the brakes. Good exit. A little bit too wide there through turn 2. My entry wasn't great into the banking, so we lost a bit of ground, lost some time, didn't really get as high or carry as much speed. That was all flat for the first time in 8th gear. full send over the bump. A bit wide, losing that apex a little bit. Right, let's just keep it off the grass here. Still wide, still struggling through that corner, but we're finding time. This might actually challenge. Into the chicane, going to try fourth gear. To try and not have to change gears and keep the car more consistent. No big difference. And now out the last corner, up to the line. Just using the battery remains. We're going to gain time all the way to the line here. Is it enough? Not quite. 108.8. So we're in the Verstappen category, but we're right there. Now, granted, that was already minimum fuel, full power modes and everything. So it's going to be one of them ones where the setup's basically there. We just have to refine the lap and try and clean it up. But that is a big challenge at Zandvoort because the track is so freaking bumpy. A little bit of a lock up into turn one. Not great. Let's try and see if we can try and sort this one out. That was nice. Really nice run out of there. Good exit. That's more like it. Braking a little bit early there. Not sure if it really worked. I was trying to see if I could get my apex. Same for this one. Trying to maybe just brake a little bit earlier, turn in a bit sooner. It's looking okay. I was quick through there. Car reacting well. The exit wasn't great though. This is going to be close. It's a decent enough exit. We'll try and keep it a bit lower, a bit tighter. Here we go, up to the line. Oh, yes, we do it. Woo. Right. Let's go again. Let's see just how far we can take it. And I'll give you guys a little bonus. We'll do it in cockpit view for a change. Oh. That was quick. Very quick. Woo. Just bombed out, went a bit too high. We can't go as high as real life through the banking. Whoa. Wheel in the grass. Careful. Mate, that is a lap and a half. That was committed. Woo. We'll take that. Really nice lap. On the limit the whole time. A few bits of corrective oversteer, but we just sent it, committed. The car was dancing on us, but that was a really satisfying lap, and that felt like it was right on the limit, and we actually maximized everything. So I'll take that. So look, they're not always going to be classics, or they're not always going to be super close. We've had some insane episodes this season, also in the retro series as well. Recently, you guys have been commenting for me to try some other mods, and recently I have been using Deploy's insane quality F1 2025 car mods. And yeah, for this one, we did get this one easier than others, but even still, within the same second and about half a second quicker, which is not like super quick, but you know, it is what it is. They're not always going to be milliseconds or hundredths or within a tenth. Anyway, setup, quick shift on the gearing with soft tires, and as you saw before, asymmetrical pressure. So setup hasn't changed from the last time I showed you, I don't believe. So the fuel is 5 litres, the engine delivery modes on high, motor and 10 out of 11, the wing with the 6 split also. Then on alignment, the adjustments I previously made, which again, running offset to the right compared to the left. Dampers, didn't have to work on them, so we left them default in the end. Bias on 53, same for the heave dampers, no work on those. Suspension values, as you saw before, with the rest default unchanged. Normally, cockpit view is actually a hindrance, but I feel like I absolutely nailed that lap, so I'm actually going to watch it back now and see. You guys would have seen that from cockpit, TV on board, and also replay camera off board as well. So 3 different perspectives which you guys can enjoy. A shorter episode, but again, like I said, they're not always going to be classics or super close to the exact lap time. So yeah, either way, hope you guys enjoyed it. Leave a like on the video. Let's try and smash over 1,000 likes. Subscribe for more daily F1 content, and I do this every single race weekend. And then on the off race weekends, we do the retro series. All the mods will be linked down below at the bottom of the description, so go check those out down there, guys. Comment your thoughts down below. As always, a massive shout out to my channel members for supporting all the content I do over here. And yeah, as always, check out the 2 videos on screen for more. And I'll see you guys soon. Take care, and that's goodbye from me. Ciao, ciao.